to get guests from the Twitter world to come and share their experience on what is or what they think is artificial intelligence, to share their point of view. And just the housekeeping, if you're watching this on Twitter, and if you like this show, please follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle, me is Shelly. If you're watching this on YouTube, please press the subscribe button and press the bell icon. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, then please press the follow button for me, and you will find a lot of content coming through all these three platforms. And if you're watching this on Facebook for some reason, then please like and share this with all the other artificial intelligence based groups, so more and more people can learn from our guests. Okay, today our guest is Baskaran, all the way from Los Angeles, and he sent me a DM, and we discussed a couple of times about the timings, because he's sitting in the other part of the world and I'm sitting in Sydney, to see what works best for both of us. And it seems that this is the best time where we can have a conversation. So without any further ado, let me bring in Baskaran to the show. Hi Baskaran, how are you?
Hey Shailendra, I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good, Baskaran. Baskaran, for the benefit of the audience, can you please introduce yourself very quickly?
Sure. My name is Baskaran Ambalavanan. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm principal for Hyla Solutions. It's an HR technology, full service HR technology advisory service firm for small, mid-sized, and enterprise. We help three things: identifying the system, HR-related system, and then implementation and integration. These are the three things we do here in California and across the states.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. So, the $1 million question: what, in your point of view, is artificial intelligence? So, please go ahead and share your point of view.
Sure. There are a lot of explanations, definition, but one thing I like is artificial intelligence is a program that can mimic or replicate human functions or behavior and at scale, and then can do much faster. So that's my definition of AI.
Do you want to expand it a bit, or yep?
Yeah, so I'm in HR space, HR tech space. So whatever we do manually, a repetitive or redundant process, if we program it, the systems can do it at much greater speed and much greater efficiency. So resulting in improved productivity and improved bottom line, right? So that's what AI does, in my view. It automates the functions at much greater speed and much more efficiently.
And I think an important thing to look at there is that because there is less human intervention, there is less room for error also, because it is all automated and run through machine.
Right. Yeah, you have less error, and then also you're right. You have less error, so that means you can be assured of the output, right?
From what I think is artificial intelligence is when machines start mimic. Sorry, in my point of view, artificial intelligence is when machines start mimicking human intelligence and human behavior. That's what artificial intelligence is, in my point of view.
Right.
Do you have something a similar kind of a thought process, or is it only intelligence? It's only automation. I think it's more than automation. It's intelligence as well.
Right. It's more than automation. It's much more than intelligence, mimicking human intelligence. So the behavior, right? Whatever they do, the redundant functions, do it, in an intelligent way.
Any use case that comes to mind that you want to share with the audience?
There are many use cases in HR because AI is exploding in every area, every walk of our life. I was reading an article today, Shailendra. AI was using as a co-pilot for a military plane, right? So the area of application is wide, but within the HR space, there are a couple of areas where comes handy. One is sourcing candidates. right? So the organizations struggle for the talent when it comes to talent acquisition and sourcing. So
Mhm,
this is one area where it's programmed. AI can help significantly in
mhm,
identifying the right talent.
mhm,
Not only that, in also interviewing the candidates, right? And then based on the questions and based on the response, it builds further more questions and help to identify. Because anytime you have a job opening today, hundreds and hundreds of candidates apply for it, right?
mhm,
So it helps much more interviews help. So
mhm,
AI comes handy in sourcing and interviewing and onboarding functions as well.
mhm,
In addition to that, predictive analytics or retention. So there are a lot of HR system providers these days bake that into their systems,
mhm,
right? Where you can identify the potential employee where they are flight risk, right? This is a high potential employee, they are likely to leave or
mhm,
likely to stay or ready for next level
mhm,
promotion. And so the area of application within HR for AI is wide,
mhm,
but it has not gotten fire as yet,
mhm,
but it will soon.
mhm. Yeah, you're right. Actually, there are a couple of things that comes to mind from HR point of view. One is the fact that when you are looking for a job, most of the agencies used to do Control F to find out the keywords. Once upon a time, but with the technology that has evolved, I think we are able to now match the talent with the profile of that particular for that particular job to do that job effectively. And I think and I must shamelessly say there that SAP also has a kind of an environment where we use the profile of the of a particular job profile and match it with the talent so that it's a best match, looking at their experience, looking at what they do, and so forth.
Yeah, it goes much more than the keywords, right? So it looks holistically based on the job experiences and then compares with the job description and then determines. I think it's much more than that, right? And so that's where the AI function comes really effective.
Hmm. Very interesting. And the other one is the employee attrition, which you rightly mentioned, where you can identify people which are at flight risk or people who are likely to leave the organization. And I think I was doing one of the projects. I think it was a few years ago, where the organization which I was working for, a consulting, it was a consulting environment, but the client we were working for, we did the analysis and we figured out that the employee was only profitable or was delivering some value only after 3 years in play. And so they were really worried about the fact that if employees, we spend all the money in the first year, and if they leave within the 1 and the 2 year mark, then all the money that have been invested on them is a waste, because but before they become profitable, you've actually lost them.
Yeah, yeah. So also when an employee leaves, right? So the cost of filling the time to fill, right, and then the scaling up, training them, the knowledge, picking up the pace. There's a lot of things lost in value, right? I mean, they are intangible, but they are tangible in dollar terms.
Mhm. Good stuff. Thank you, Bhaskar. It was a pleasure having you on the show. It was short and sweet. Anything else you want to share with the audience before you leave?
Yeah, I want to thank you, Shailendra, for inviting it. It was a challenge because you are another part of the world, and certainly I appreciate the flexibility and then for the opportunity to interact with your audience. Thank you.
Good
Happy
stuff.
holidays.
Thank you, and happy holidays to you as well. Thank
Stay
you.
safe. Bye.
So, guys, that was Bhaskaran all the way from California, who shared his point of view on what is artificial intelligence. Now, if you, and I'm sure you do have a point of view on what is artificial intelligence, then please, please, please send me a direct message, like anyone and everyone, and I will try and get you onto the show so that you can share your point of view on what is artificial intelligence. I know there is a lot of confusion around there, but we would like to have more and more people share their point of view on what is artificial intelligence, so it becomes quite easy for people to consume and understand that artificial intelligence is not all about robots. It's about the process, right from various components of artificial intelligence, which include analytics, which include machine learning, which include data intelligence, which includes IoT, which includes so many things that then become artificial intelligence. And there are different facets to all the guests who come here and share their experience from different perspectives. So if you've got a point of view, if you think you know what is artificial intelligence, then please send me a direct message and I will try and bring you here. And just before I go, please like me on Twitter, on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. This is where you can see all the comments, all the links. Please follow me and like and share this episode with more and more people. Thank you and bye now. I'll see you tomorrow.